everyone, and welcome back here to Lucky Loads 15, where I'll be giving you two selections for tomorrow's racing. Now, before we get stuck into them, I just want to thank everyone for their really nice messages about our winning app as we put up last night Dawson City at 20 to 1 each way here on my YouTube channel to win the Somerset National. It was a game ride by Millie Wanacott in the end, riding for Polly Gundry. Her £7 claim really did come in useful today, and I made the case for him last night, and I was reasonably confident we would get a good run for our money, and I thought he would go very close and at least make the frame. I remember a couple of years ago he did me a couple of favours, and I actually put him up on a YouTube channel called the Punters page that I used to work on, and I put him up to win the Devon National at Exeter a couple of years ago, and I remember we put him up at 16 to 1. So this old boy's done us a few good turns over the years at some nice prices as well, and he still had one left in him today, and I'm pleased that he was able to go and win. I saw some of you actually were able to take advantage of the 25 to 1 which got pushed out with Bet365 last night, so that's even better. I saw also as well a lot of people got on at 16s and 20s, so I hope some of you did get on at some nice prices. It's not every day you find a nice price winner like that, and you have to make the most of it when you do. And we hadn't been in the best of form this month. The last few days we have been improving. We have had a couple of nice winners. We did have a 12 to 1 winner early in the month, but that means hopefully we're on the way now for 2021, and hopefully we can have some nice winners throughout the rest of the year, but I doubt we'll get many good ones like we had today. So yeah, I hope some of you backed it, and just thank you for all your nice messages. So that being in the past, we got to go to the future now, where I'm going to be going to Musselburgh tomorrow for two selections, like I said at the top of the video. Now I should mention that they are going to be having an inspection at Musselburgh tomorrow. Obviously in the north of the country they've had a lot of rain, snow, flooding going on, so it might be a bit 50-50, but I think the vibes are quite good that this meeting will get the green light to go ahead, and fingers crossed it does, because there's some nice racing up there tomorrow. And we're going to be going with my nap with the first selection in the feature Class 3 handicap hurdle there in the 225, and I'm going to be going with my nap of the day here, Tommy's Oscar, which is currently available at 11 to 4 in the betting at the time recording. I'm just making this video before 5 o'clock, and I think this is quite a good price for this horse, and I could easily see him going off shorter. Trained by Anne Hamilton, who's a bit of a shrewd trainer in my opinion. She's got the likes of Nutswell, who's been a great servant to the yard over the last year or so, but she looks like she's got a nice prospect here. And Danny McManaman, who rides Nutswell, is going to be riding this horse as well, claiming a handy £3 off the horse's back. Now tomorrow this horse is going to be making his handicap debut off a mark of 124, but I thought it looked potentially a very workable mark. And if you go back and watch the race replays of this horse's most recent wins, he's put some really nice performances together. He won at Sedgefield on debut, and then he went on to win at Newcastle, defying the penalty, but he was really a comfortable winner at Newcastle and was much better than the winning distance suggested. He won very easily that day. And I just think there's a lot to like about this horse, and I think he's going to keep on improving. I think he could have a lot more ability than his mark of 124. I think the speed test of Musselburgh won't be a problem for him at all, and the soft ground shouldn't be an issue as well. I know Gubernator does look the danger on paper, but we get quite a nice little bit of weight from our fella, and I just think Tommy's Oscar, being the son of Oscar, he's got the pedigree to improve, and I just think he could be a class above these, and it's not a particularly strong race before the grade. So I think Tommy's Oscar tomorrow, I think he could go off a lot short in the bet, and I could easily see him going off 13:08, 6 to 4 come post time. I just think there's a lot to like about his chances tomorrow, and I think he'll go very close in the 225 at Musselburgh. We then go to the next best of the day, which stays at Musselburgh, like I said, for the 330. And my next best here is going to be Not the Chablis, which is currently 3 to 1 at the time of recording for Nick Alexander, and champion jockey Brian Hughes has been booked for the ride. Now this horse has only had 2 chase starts so far, but there's been promise on both of them. He finished third and then he finished second on his last start, both of them coming at Musselburgh, and it's clearly a track he does well at. If you go back through his form last year, he actually won over hurdles off a mark of 92. He's £1 higher on his chase rating now of 93, but to be honest, there's not hardly anything in it, so you think he's capable of winning a race of this nature, and I just think there's a lot to like about him. He's still only 7 years old as well, so you still like to think he is improving. And Brian Hughes is a really eye-catching jockeying book, and his last run actually was quite solid. He travelled really nicely into the race, but he just didn't quite find much. But I just think he's a horse that's just needed a couple of races to warm to the task, and I think he'll be primed tomorrow, and I think he'll go really close. Also as well, Nick Alexander's team have been in not too bad form. They normally do quite well at this time of year and always have plenty of winners at tracks like Musselburgh, one of their local tracks, obviously being a Scottish-based trainer. But I just think not the Chablis, being the son of Scorpion, which could be a concern. I know some people don't like Scorpions, as he is a quirky individual, or his progeny can be a bit quirky. You might remember the likes of Mike Bite, obviously, who's now retired. He was a son of Scorpion, and there's a couple of other quirky types, but not the Chablis, you know. I think has got a lot going for him tomorrow. The conditions, the race shouldn't be at all a problem. And I just think with Brian Hughes aboard, who's looking like he's going to go very close to defending his title this year in the Jockeys Championship, we'll get another winner to his tally there. So that's not the Chablis, which is currently 3-1 at the time recording. That's going to be my next best of the day. So quickly just recap then the two tips. We go to the Musselburgh 225, Tommy's Oscar, 11-4, 1 point win bet as the nap of the day. And then the next best is in the 3:30 at Musselburgh with a horse called Not the Chablis, currently at 3-1, and that is going to be a 1 point win bet there as the next best. So that's all I got to say. If you haven't done so already and you're enjoying these videos, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate all the support you give me, and also as well hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Also as well, if you want to follow me on social media, that's the best place to do so. Is going to be on Twitter, where my handle is @LuckyLoader15. And if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please game responsibly. Hopefully we can continue our form for tomorrow's racing, and we'll be seeing you soon.